Yeah.
And these were designed on a computer so that they're indexed to fit into each other. But you, I think we're gonna put them together in metal though.
Yeah.
Because there's some all this art is engineered to be really easy to build and quick. So there's all these little shortcuts built into it, like where you just put her in like there, and then you'd make a couple tack welds up through the inside. Like we'd probably cut a window in the back, and then this like rough texture is really easy and quick to tool and weld later. And she would fit in there and look really tight. You know, the connection would be all tight and smooth. So let's see. This
This
is
has
some
the whole Mr. Rogers feel to it. Going through the.
This is what this wax shop produces after
How it's made.
Molds of it. These are cups. These are wax cups. And what happens with these is they go to the foundry, and they're gonna dip them into a slurry, like a ceramic shell.
We're live, guys. Just a heads up.
and then sprinkle them with sand. You know, like cinnamon toast. You know.
Yeah.
And I'll be right back. So after you do like a bunch of different dips, you know, like.
How it's made with Jim made.
Build up like a layer on the outside. It doesn't happen overnight. You want to make sure everything's dry and use different grits for the really fine grits for the very beginning, and then as it goes on, and you'd end up with something like this, which is this is a wax cup with ceramic shell on it, and on the bottom you can see they cut the ceramic shell right here, and what's left is there's a cup inside, which is the ceramic shell that's in the inside of this cup, and then the outside and it goes into a furnace and gets heated up to about 1850 degrees, and it just vaporizes all the wax out, and you have a hollow ceramic shell. It's called Siri Purdue, which means lost wax. After that, after it cools, after being dewaxed, you want to check it for cracks. So you cool it down and pour water in it, and you can patch any leaks with high temperature, mortar. Anyway, then you throw it to another furnace again and bring it back up to like 2400 degrees. And so it's glowing orange. And you bring it out in like 6 of its friends, and you have a crucible full of bronze, and you pour bronze into each one of these, and then at the end you hammer all the slurry, the shell off. You have this is bronze.
Wow. Yes.
And that's just a part, because just the shapes of stuff, you can't. You don't want everything to be solid. You want to make it hollow because it's cheaper, and so you have to take stuff apart. Pretty much like all these parts are like hollow chocolate bunnies, but then you have to like
Skeksis?
Window
Jim Henson Skeksis? What is it?
That's a fountain. It looks like a Skeksis. I think it's a crow. Let me find you.
That's pretty cool, I think, David.
Yeah, those are badass.
All this art was taken out of the cartoons, but it's all fucking super steeped in occult symbols, even in the cartoons.
Oh yeah.
Here's what the wax looked like, the original of this table. It's an end table. So it's got glass. It sits on top of the these broomsticks heads.
So this is gonna end up at Disneyland or Disney World somewhere?
Yeah, there's a gallery in Disney World, and my dad just incorporated. They just started a corporation to they want to open like more galleries, like 10 more galleries or something, or 100 more galleries. I don't know. It's kind of picking up. I think it's gonna just kind of started, and Disney is a partner in the deal. Like Disney licensed my dad to make the art, and then he can design whatever he wants to, but it has to be approved by a team of Disney attorneys before we get approval to make it. So it's fun watching stuff go back and forth, you know, for little tiny changes. Like
so have you done anything for movies or anything besides Disney? Any favorite work you got going on? Or you showed us the Tracy thing was awesome.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff.
Point, Jim, we weren't live at that point.
Oh, are we live now?
Yeah, just as a heads up.
Oh,
sorry,
cool.
I thought you heard me earlier. Yeah.
No.
Hey guys, we're live. What's
hey
up?
Guys, what's up?
It's the day everybody bought the bullshit. But yeah.
The day
everybody bought the bullshit.
For real, and
we're gonna tour of Jim's shop.
Like a farm.
The day the world ended.
Pretty much.
So, did you guys get the? How much did you guys get?
We didn't get any of the awesome the best part of it, where I'm like, literally, why aren't we live yet? But yeah, hey guys, we're live. So yeah.
Hey guys. Nice.
So hopefully there's people over here. I need to look.
Yeah, Jim just got dressed. You guys missed the best part.
Yeah, and I totally.
You got a nice hairy chest. I was like, yeah.
Okay, hopefully my video is back working.
Get something to drink here.
Okay.
So what's going on, everybody?
Nothing. We all had a crazy day. It seems like.
I heard that the world ended in Washington D.C. or something.
They're freaking out, making it seem like some awful siege went down and domestic terrorists took over the Capitol. It's a joke.
So I know NPR. Who else is reporting that biased shit?
It's all of it. It's not even. It's everybody, and it's like not even.
Really?
I wouldn't even consider it biased at this point because it's such a blatant, flagrant kind of situation. It's just flagrant. It's like I was watching I think it was Ignoramus with Housatonic and like John from We've Read the Documents. Literally, they had it was Stephen Ignoramus or something.
So do we have an organic feel to this, and then they're trying to control the narrative? And do you think, they're playing dangerous games with people's minds and hearts, man? Do you think any of this dangerous games? The
guy that was filming in the Capitol literally went. He said they just let us in. He's like, how did they get in? They're like, they just let us in. They was like, what did the cops say? They said, we're just gonna stand down. It's like,
wow.
What?
Yeah.
So that was literally in real time. This happened.
Does it feel like that was because they agree? They're on.
It's like, no, let this happen so we can have it's an order out of chaos situation again, where we have let's let this organized group of chaos go down the street a mile and a half or however far it was from the rally. Let's rile all these people up, make them believe that something can actually go down, like make them believe for real.
Yeah.
There's some way that this can be overturned or something along those lines, or that there's some way that Donald Trump actually won the presidency when it's already passed. Time has already passed for all this shit to actually matter or go down. So too bad, it's over. And he literally, so I don't know if these people actually bought the shit, thought Mike Pence was like, this is just like gone down like the worst WWF thing. Like, it's hilarious. It's comedy, but people are buying it. Like, I don't know anybody. It's the grift is strong, man. It's a good grift. Like the Q shit, the LARP. It's a LARP. It's the grift off of that shit. Like, get that cash.
They're
Alex
still
Jones.
playing a dangerous game, man. This thing can get out of hand.
That's what
for
I'm
them.
saying. That's what I'm saying. And I think that's
because
what
you're messing with my heart, my mind, my future. Not everyone's bought into that crap. There might be a crowd, but
disenfranchised, male, white. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not, these are like, there was those people. And I also felt like when I was watching Antifa, like feeling, like that feel of watching like agitators take the fucking lead. And they're like kids. They're like idiots. They're just stupid looking. And
do you think like Ben's Fold 5 should have been the narrative song? Or was the storming the Capitol?
That felt like it.
I'm rocking the suburbs.
The photos look like all the people that got arrested in fucking Portland. So, I mean, like, it's one of those things where those people were all over the place. And either they are legitimately just Americans and out there being, like, living like...
Jim was there.
But
think about this.
It felt like a festival.
Think about all of the... Think about a rancher. And think about a rancher with cattle. And the rancher is, moving... And he's loading up all of his cows onto, eventually trains, and he's going to move them somewhere and then put them somewhere else. Or, he's going to move them into a truck and drive across town. It doesn't matter. The point is there's a moment where the cows are being herded down up a ramp and down a thing, and they probably feel like they're storming something, they don't know where they're going. They're moving because it's the guy in front of them. Like, it's gonna feel like they're the ones driving the cortisol.
That disturbingly makes sense.
Absolutely. It's and okay, so you got herd mentality, you got a bunch of agitators on top of it. That's totally what it was. Like, let's be realistic. A lot of people that...
Yeah, that's too easy. They're not going to say no to that opportunity.
Exactly. It's tinderbox shit. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. But the people that are like all the cute idiot LARPers, like...
So, okay, we've seen today in DC. Capitol Hill's back on. I just got upstairs, took a look. Rand Paul was up there. They're back. There's one woman got murdered. That's what it was. Government killing unarmed people.
Oh, man. Somebody got murdered?
Woman. Yeah. A woman.
It's awful.
There's photos. It looks pretty real to me.
What about
everybody at home?
Did they release a name?
I saw it on Twitter. I think they did release the name, but they're not releasing it all on the news. They're not releasing it on major stations. Like, I haven't seen it. I don't know what they're...
Is there a fundraiser?
I
don't know. We better be careful because if there actually was someone killed, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, no, that was a really insensitive joke. I don't
No, you're fine. See, that's what strikes at my heart. That's what gets me riled up. I'm like, enough people have died already from heroin overdoses alone. That's directly
heart disease
and my best friend and 41 years old, dude.
That sucks. Heart disease?
Well, yeah, heart disease, heart attack.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
but we forget those things. Anyhow, I'm wondering what are they gonna do about everybody at home? I mean, this is a mind control, order out of chaos. We're talking about that, so they can do the cattle herding in DC on the ground. But right now, like me today at work, it went from listening to Trump do his thing, it's like sound like a roast to me. And then he gets me riled up. I'm in the middle of my yard, and the construction site just cussing, I'm like, it got me pumped. I had no idea. I didn't realize what was going on. At the end of the day, I'm here in Capitol Hill, and I'm like, let's do this. I'm pumped and ready to go. Let's go home, oil guns, and put on the let's organize, but where am I going? But still, get you. How they?
Yeah,
they're
were you there?
Where?
Were you there today? You said
DC?
Capitol Hill. Yeah, or you
No, I
meant
felt like
you were gonna.
I was ready to go, my mind and
Yeah.
heart, because I was pumped. I need an outlet, man. I need an outlet. I can't go political. We can have conversations on YouTube, and I know I get great fellowship, but dude, they keep pushing us. And what I'm trying to talk about is, what about the average person at home, all age ranges? Well, they really want to play this game, because I think they're going to lose. I think they're all inbred generationally. They're adrenochrome wore out. I don't know what's wrong with these things.
Too much Mountain Dew.
This might be their own demise. I'm telling you. I'm gonna keep that attitude. Screw it.
It's kind of the nature of things. I think it's part of this thing program.
Video back.
Whatever it is else that comes from bats that people talk about these days. I don't even know. But I'm not gonna catch it. I think that during the conjunction, when you're rubbing balloons together and they stick to your head, we got a lot of static I felt
it today.
That is it's everywhere. People don't know how to we don't know how to. You can't see static. You can only see it when it's transferring. It's invisible, because it doesn't actually exist. It's an energy transfer. It's a process of balance and equalization. It's not an actual thing. You build up a debt that equalizes. That's what static is. So it's like, you bring all those planets together and it makes everything sync up.
Balance definitely needed bad. There does, yeah. I hear you. Jim, you're good at that.
Yeah.
Great analogy, buddy.
We got to figure this out. So I'm trying to get.
Thank you.
My camera's totally after. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to do.
I'll tell me, you can't feel the energy though. Like, just people in our amazing circles. I'm listening to Ryan Gable. I'm listening to. We'll go to Charlie Robinson. I mean, these men aren't getting me pumped up. They're just. I feel like they get me grounded, and it's not anger or anything. It's this charge, like.
Right.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, man. I know what an epidemic is. It's all my friends and family who have been dying from opiate addiction. Just that alone in the last 10 years. It's insane. Yeah. And that's a real epidemic. And then I got to turn on the TV and these people are hoaxing everybody. And it's an insult to me. So I'm charged, Yeah. And that's just one aspect of the whole. So this isn't even a conspiracy right now.
Did you see that Rogue Ways the other day? Doctors are trying. They're trying. Okay, the theory is that men are more highly susceptible to the coronavirus than women, so they're preemptively treating men with estrogen patches.
Dear God.
To raise their estrogen levels in order to hopefully not catch coronavirus in the future.
That is the stupidest shit ever.
Well, if you're a man and you take that estrogen patch, you deserve it. Screw it.
Yeah, exactly. But people will, because they want to do what's right. They don't want to kill their grandma. They don't want to kill your grandma.
Man, that's like killing people. It's like, that reminds me of the Green Mile, when what's name's all like, he killed them with their love.
Yeah.
John Coffey. That's sick, man. They're look, I just got done reading Wayne McCrory's book. This is my second time through it. Alchemical Revolution. Dude, it's eugenics. This is the fourth technical revolution, dude. They're killing people in all these creative, sick ways.
Yeah. We're right in the crucible too. They're
straight up right in the yep.
They're
so do I not have a right to defend my life and liberty?
Yeah, but it hasn't come. It like if it's in your doorstep and right up in your shit.
It's in our doorstep, dude. It's our TV. No, look at your TV's in your room right now, lying to you and telling you you're a domestic terrorist. if you engage
But
in
I'm not gonna.
any activity.
Yeah, but don't buy it. Like I'm not buying. I can't buy that crap. I don't buy that at all. It's a lot.
I know you don't.
they
Tell me
put
that's not
the
your doorstep.
Don't fucking push that shit on me. And then, I don't know if we start seeing it. I guess, like, I'm not seeing it here, and I'm sure it because you know what? There's like 5 inches of snow outside. And it's cold as fuck. So have fun with it. Shit, because I'm shoveling like that. Like come on, like for real.
Civil disobedience is a really good form of that's who we are. Our whole lives we've been civilly disobedient in school and who we are because we want to be individuals, right? So
that's right.
I'm not talking about violence and stuff, but I'm really talking about taking a stand and just like, we don't buy shit. Well, then why do we put up with it?
Well, we kind of, yeah, I totally get.
Do we not have a duty to the person standing next to us, even though that they're going to be mad at us and all that stuff? When you're like, hey, dude, just put an estrogen patch on your arm for what? Oh, okay. It's up to you what you do from there. I mean, I might be like, okay, so you want to be a fucking girl? What's the hell, dude? Here,
Definitely don't want to
pull a booger out of your mouth and put it in his mouth and be like, yeah, I got COVID, and then keep him in your.
Yeah,
you see what I mean? Like,
yeah. My dad used to say that, like, well, if all your friends are going out pooping their pants, would you poop your pants just because they said it was cool? Like, no, that's crazy. But like, people are
pooping their pants.
Pooping their pants. Yeah, because well, it's a powerful thing, the way people think about them.
I like to empower people. Like when I see somebody like say, well, I can't do that, you might be like, well, why not? I guess it's peer pressure for freedom. Just take a hit. It's cool. Make you feel good. You don't have to do these things.
Right.
You could go forward at the stoplight. I've done it many times. We had this conversation, right? It was great. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. No one's around. Why am I sitting here at the stoplight? I go by them all the time. I look both ways and I go.
I do it too.
We all do because, but
even red on the left-hand turn and nobody's around. Nobody's walking. I looked like 3 times. I'll go even if there's cars down the street, like 2 blocks away, because they're not in relative danger of me turning left. But like I'm like, why am I sitting here? The road is hot lava. If I think it's dangerous right now,
just like, well, I can't go. I need Trump to tell me something or whatever.
Yeah,
enough of that crap.
Yeah, use your head. Like, I think that they did sort of some testing with that when we all got GPS. They would give you like, try to like drive you in a weird way, like that doesn't make sense, because everybody's done it where they follow the GPS and they're like, why did it send me the long way around town? Like I could have just gone this way.
Oh yeah.
And like there's no reason. And I think it's just to see how much people blindly follow something that says, that has authority. Like when I was in the 1st grade and we had the paper airplane throwing competition in my class, and it was like a big thing. They're like, tomorrow we're gonna have a paper airplane throwing contest. So like, if you guys don't know how to build a paper airplane, you should learn. And so I went home and I asked my dad, I was like, Dad, they're gonna have a paper airplane contest and I want to win. Like what do I do? And he's like, here's how to make the best airplane ever. And he showed me like how to like fold it all up and like tosses it, and then I learned how to do it, and my airplane would like go all the way from like the kitchen to the living room. I was stoked. I was like ready to go.
Awesome.
I knew how to like make it turn and everything. And then like I get to class, and so the teacher is like, this is Mr. Jeffries. He's Steven's dad. Mr. Jeffries is here to help you guys make a great paper airplane who don't know how to make a paper airplane that really rocks. And I was like, it's like, shit. They brought in a professional to make freaking paper airplanes today. I better be like, oh, I need help. Yeah, sign me up. And so he like folds it out, and it's like some kid's dad in the class, and he like folds it out, and it's like the long haul truck, and like the one that my dad showed me how to make it was like the Concorde, you know, it looked like the Concorde. It was like it could sail, and I had somebody else build me this crap thing because I thought for some reason that they knew better than me,
right?
You know, that I didn't know maybe what was best for me, that somebody else had something better, you know, and the thought that could be true, it's haunted me for my whole life. I could have won that stupid thing. Like, that airplane was awesome. Like, I still know how to make it. You know, it's the best. You know.
You glimmer, Jim. Look at you, man.
Thank you.
Nice.
I appreciate that. I think that's what I want all of us to do is glimmer. I think that we should all resonate together.
Well, we do.
I gotta,
that's why I went across the country this year. It's amazing.
Yeah, I had a weird experience this weekend. I was walking my dog. I brought my dog with me on a road trip. And I don't usually, but I had to stop to pee the dog, and it was a stop that I wouldn't have normally made. And I was somewhere where I wouldn't have normally been because I had a dog with me. So I was in the middle of this like gravel lot, and we're walking, and then all of a sudden the dog stops. I just won't move. And I'm walking, I almost fall. And I look down, and there's the most beautiful agate, like glowing orange on the ground right at my toe. And I was like, oh, awesome. Holy shit. Pick it up. It's so beautiful. I was like, is that an agate? And I was like, yeah. And like, it's like glowing so good. I could see the light coming through it. And for some reason right then, the sun was just at that perfect angle to where it like lit up that agate, and it just glowed in my hand.
And you saw it on the
ground. And then I look around, and this whole lot that I'm in, like, it's just like littered with agates, like a Christmas tree, and they're all singing like so bright, and they're all just like lit up. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I dropped down on my knees, and I started picking them up and putting them in my pockets. And then like my pockets were full. So I went back to the car because I was going to unload and go back. And then the sun like had moved out of that special spot, and I couldn't see him anymore. And I was like, wow, that was awesome. That was amazing. Like, something else brought them all together, and then they just sung. Like, that's why I love those things, you know, like for that moment where they do what they, you know, maybe their purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Shining.
But who's to say, you know, maybe they are to say.
That's awesome.
That's what
I love finding a good rock.
Where was
I'm kind of a rock hound.
Where was it?
It was between here and Seattle, between Walla Walla and Seattle. It was like a little, like they have all these little fruit stand shops, and they make them all kind of look, they all look kind of the same. I think just to confuse people to think, you know, like, oh, I remember this one fruit stand. Like it had like white letters, and then they go back and they just stop at one of them because they see it and they remember it looked like that, but like everyone is the same, but they might not necessarily be the same owners. But it was like a fruit stand like that, but it was kind of behind it in this gravel lot. They're pulling from some really pretty quarries, I think, where they're getting their river gravel around here.
How big are we talking?
Oh, like little rocks like that big. Some like parts of like big rocks, but like that have broken into like smaller quarters. You know, like if it was a river rock, it would be like.
How did you think they got there? Like, how do you like net? Like, how did they?
I know that they've got like the riverbanks are like that, like all along here, and they just like scoop it up and take it to the quarry, and they like classify it into different sizes so that they can sell it off for different purposes or whatever. Classify they run it through like a filter, and the bigger rocks stay in whatever filter, and the smaller ones fall through. Until they have all the gold out and stuff that they want, or whatever they're looking for. And gravel's the byproduct. Beautiful gravel.
I got like 3 boxes of rocks from Crazy Horse to Mount Shasta to California.
Cool.
That's the kind of people we are. We're just like, look at that.
Oh,
Crazy rivers.
I've got piles in the back of my truck. They're all rattling around.
Nice.
Getting tumbled.
Heads up, young Gregory's been struck by archons, so he's on his way. I don't know if you guys see that too.
Yeah, where's Greggy? He's changing diapers.
No, he got struck by archons. He tried to get online. He said he was just about to come on, and then it crashed. So it's happening. They shut him down. They got you killed on Twitter. They got which, dude, I'm sorry. Okay, I totally think Donald Trump was acting like a fool on Twitter, right? Like, whatever, dude. But it's hilarious that they literally, like, I still, as dumb as you are on Twitter, the fact that he got kicked off of Twitter for this, like, he's probably going to get kicked off of Twitter. The fact that you're getting kicked off of, dude, Twitter wouldn't be anywhere near, I don't believe, as fun without Donald Trump as shitty as it's funny. I don't care what anybody's. It's hilarious, dude. That shit is too funny.
Is he actually typing those in, or does he have somebody?
You know what I'm talking about. And all of a sudden, you're like, what is going on?
Twitter secretary.
What is going on? You're still there. I went there and I saw your fucking page, and I go to follow you, and it says this user is not here anymore.
I got banished.
You don't know why either.
I got targeted abuse, is what they said.
Who the fuck reported that? And then who looked into it? Did you find out?
8,200.
Could have been at Grill Rates or Brill Dates, or I forgot his name. Maybe it was Willie Dilly or something. Maybe Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clapton?
Climp.
Yeah.
That is. I don't know. I kind of like sometimes I just get mad. I have to respond.
Sometimes I get
stupid.
There's something wrong with that though. Like you didn't like you're not out there like some jerk. You're out there, like, but you're not like out there like trying to like loading up kill shots that you'd see other people shit like, oh, that's dumb. Oh, that's gonna get you. You know. And then,
I had some hashtags that I was hoping maybe it was friend zone the NWO. That was one of my hashtags.
I've been doing that friend zone the NWO since we started like corresponding. So that's been going on for a long time. So that's a good one. That's got a lot of good true stuff linked to it that that'll help you live wherever you're at. You're living. You can survive outside of the beast system, even though you're still and you're surrounded by it. You know, like the Amish, they didn't build the technology that builds the roads, but they use the roads to get from place to place. You know, exactly. You're gonna use exactly. Why would you stop?
Yeah. Why would you be like, fuck you? I'm just gonna
take the hard way.
Pack my own roads
in spite of your road. I'm gonna
they've already got the road.
I built their damn road.
Yeah, you built
technology.
It's like I'm gonna walk around with my eyes closed despite the sun today. Fuck you. That's how stupid it is, dude. Sorry.
Oh, David.
Fucking retarded.
Yeah, but they don't drive cars because that would be too deep in the system.
Oh, they drive cars.
Yeah, they dip their toe in. You know, sometimes they get a little photo or whatever. You know,
I thought they didn't drive cars. I thought they had.
I had some
wagons
today, Grandma. I
have wagons, but
someone
they got so many horses
without my consent.
They're always making like
That's
those
vanity, baby.
fireplaces that look like they're real fire, but they're not fireplaces.
Oh, I
they
know.
sell
I
on
was gonna
TV.
do that. I'm gonna do that right now. Actually,
I guess they can't use them, but they can make them.
well, you know what?
I'll tell you what, man. My real estate agent, he's like, "Oh, this is insane." He goes, "Everybody's we're in Missouri, everyone's fleeing Illinois." And he's telling me, he goes, once COVID started, I only dealt with locals. He's out there in rural Missouri, not too rural, but rural. And he's like, once COVID started, that's when everybody started. I haven't dealt with the local in a year. He goes, it's all people leaving. They're all leaving the cities.
Yeah.
And it's all has to do with COVID. No one wants to do the mask. No one believes in it. And they want to not be in the cities, which is good. I think that's a balance. We're returning into a balance.
I agree. Well, that's what they want, is everybody to move into the cities. So that's where all of the eugenics is going to happen. It's not going to happen out here. There's too many people stretched out too far apart. It's not worth it. Like a raccoon is a predator of opportunity. So if you make it just a little bit hard for it to come and get your chickens, then it will just go next door. So just don't make it easy.
It's an opportunist situation, exactly. It's the same.
The beast system is an opportunist. He's like, hey, why don't you come on over and try my crack cocaine? Here's high-speed internet and like anything that you want to buy delivered to your house. And then it's like, well, now you can't have it until you get a shot, but then you can have it again.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And you're like, oh man, but I need my books right now.
Now we got to
They're like, okay, bend over, get your shot. And you're like, all right, thank you, Bill. And then your kids can't have kids
today. They're just brilliant.
Well, I've been thinking about it for a while, and then I asked my dad if he was going to take the Corona shots, and he was like, yeah, I think maybe me and your mom are going to get it. And then I was like, oh, you probably shouldn't, and this is why. And then I just like had this like moment where everything I said just like perfectly lined up.
Glimmer.
And then he's like, after 45 minutes, he's like, hold on, I just got where I'm going. I'll call you back and then we can finish this. So he called me back like as soon as he, did whatever he had to do. And then he listened for another like 45 minutes.
Wow. And
then I started getting tired because I was telling him all about, from the beginning of vaccine, everything, vaccines to what's in the vaccines to the folklore and, yeah. I know all started making sense.
Is Greg wearing bulletproof armor?
Yes, I am.
Yes,
Get ready, boys. Getting ready. Getting ready for the big show, I mean, locking up. Got my ammo mags. I'm ready to go, boy.
I love this man.
Let's fucking do this. Right? I don't what side is doing what? I don't care. I just want to get involved.
I'm mad.
You got them green tips?
Got some green tips yesterday.
Ready to ride the tiger, buddy?
I'm fucking ready, man. Let's not LARP.
Be a PTSD vet in 10 years? The grandkids?
It'll be like 10 seconds.
Tell us how you took down Babylon, Grandpa. It was like this.
I'm like, there's so many dead fat people. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So how is
I might give this a Greg Carlwood introduction for Greg.
It's kind of heavy though. I need to work out.
Down. Well, I'm doing that. Down.
That's awesome.
You got side plates too, don't you?
No, I didn't go that.
Yeah, they're too hard. You can't move in them.
Yeah, I'm too fat for those right now. When I get those nice lines there, where it's like a swoop, swoop, swoop. You know what I mean? Jim, if you're a sculptor, it's a little swoop, swoop. There's that little like rib cage thing. When I get that,
nice.
I'm ready for side plates.
I bought I got body armor for my whole family back in December last 2009.
That was smart because it's really hard to find.
Body armor warehouse.
Yeah. Everyone should have it. Let's get this LARP going.
Body armor warehouse. That's awesome.
Speaking of which, I feel like today was one of the biggest LARPs I've seen in a while. Like,
you too, huh?
Yeah, it felt like a bit of a Project Gladio or a Operation, whatever.
Yeah,
Gladio.
Shit, that sucks.
They're like, it's a third world country. They don't even. Yeah. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Buy it.
No one's had a stage like this before, so get over it. Like, dude, their stage is so insane. Like, it's in like
The revolution will not be televised.
Yes, it goddamn will. All of it, every last second will be televised.
Looks like it.
And
I wonder if all the presidents have even have their Actors Guild cards. I know
Exactly.
Trump probably does, right?
Shit.
I don't think you have a no. Maybe probably does. I wouldn't be like, don't you? I mean, it doesn't really matter. They cut it all out and then whatever. I read some.
They better keep the food and the McDonald's going, man. I'm telling you, people fucking be in the streets when they hit your fridge.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
You got a decision to make.
There's definitely food shortages coming.
like where though? Why do they keep saying
Nutrition shortages.
There's
Right.
food shortages
There will be-
coming for the people who aren't smart enough to get their own food.
There will be expensive, crappy options for food.
Yeah, and like the good stuff will even be more expensive.
Yeah.
And,
Grow mushrooms.
Yeah, and I just read an article about it in the
fucking shortage, like food shortage. We're talking like, okay, you're just gonna be stuck with, choice X. There it goes again, Greg. There it goes again.
Is your camera having a bad day?
It just keeps going.
He's working out the bugs. It's new equipment.
It's a sweet app.
We're a ragtag group of guys. People understand. What's going on in the chat? Is it popping?
Oh, we got a chat.
Doing that though. I don't know.
The war is coming.
Yeah. Let's see.
I've been learning some shit that slavery ain't real. Man, I'll tell you what, you know who's righteous is Wayne McCroy. You guys, I'm into his books right now.
Yeah, I like Wayne a lot. I had it on while the meeting or the room was open.
You did.
I like that guy.
Hey, you got you got to get the not just the plates, but you got to get the shock absorbers too. If you can find them. They're not that expensive.
Okay, so they're back here real quick. I want to say this about what happened today. So
Oh, hey Barsky, send another link to Mitch.
Oh, he's up.
Said Barsky let me in. It looks like.
Okay.
Ordo ab KO.
What?
On Twitter? Is that his handle?
Is that him on YouTube?
That's someone else. That's Barsky. That's your buddy, right?
Sorry, I thought
What's
that
the
was
secret passcode? Ordo.
I'm not in the chat, so I don't know what's going on there.
Is Barsky there?
Little pig,
Looks
let
like
me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin.
Looks like he might have left the chat. Hit
Well,
F,
puffing.
everyone. Hit F.
Puffing.
You have to listen to you sing that.
And larping my way in.
Okay, so I honestly think that
It's so hard to tell
Been a long
there's,
day.
when you guys don't have your cameras on.
I know this is obnoxious. I'm sorry. I'm fixing it. Attempting to.
Oh, I'm not like twisting the knife or anything. I just mean when you guys have your photos set instead of a camera, then it doesn't like say your name all the time. It
No, that's
like it
dumb.
does.
When you have it in OBS or whatever instead of just going. Yeah, I know.
Wait, you're not using. What are you just streaming through Zoom? How's this work? Let's talk shop. This.
Get it, Greg.
There's nothing important going on right now.
No, okay. So anyway, I know. Let's do this here. because I'm tired of looking up at the television. But they're all right. So they're voting on this nonsense, right? So let's just go to the regular YouTube page.
Can you turn it up a little bit?
Yeah, you're kind of low. Am I too loud?
All right. Yeah,
I
you
don't want to be too loud. I am?
Yep.
How about that? Is that better?
Yeah, it's great. Okay.
Were you being facetious? What the fuck?
Where is trending? Here you go. Okay, so they're already voting on this garbage. No, I don't want to watch this. What is this? Okay.
Weekend. It's a good app. It's a good video there, man. A lot of social commentary on, you know.
I'll just
LA.
do this. Okay. So yeah, they're voting. Okay. So blah blah blah. Let's see. See if this is mayhem or what this is. Okay, look at this guy. It's our little
Rubio.
little Marco. So
my entire life.
oh yeah, like you didn't have any idea this. I have never seen anything like this in my life in America. This is like
Bad acting.
it's terrible acting.
I saw today what we have seen.
This guy has molested at least 5 people.
In the extortion that I am.
That's just to get in.
And I think about the mockery that it makes of our country.
Dude.
I know.
Seriously? Has he even been here? What the fuck?
My guts. I'm sanctioned, twice sanctioned. I don't know what they're sanctioning. Double sanctioned, and I can't travel there.
Double sanctioned.
China.
How do you
They're
know?
loving this tonight.
And what's he griping about?
He made this happen. They let this happen. They let all this
Yeah, they let it happen.
They fucking let it all
Vladimir
happen.
Putin.
This is some kayfabe shit on another level.
They gotta come up with better.
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, now we're gonna drill it.
Makes us look
What
like
does
we're in
Putin have to
total
do with
chaos
this?
and
What's his name so I know whose head to cut off?
Hey. Be careful on the YouTube.
Look what's happening to the great Satan. I think politics has
Did
made
you say Great Satan?
Yeah, I think so.
everybody lost their minds.
You think he's great? Satan is.
America is
It's
not
a big deal around here.
America's not a president. America's not a Congress. Let me tell you what America is. America's your family.
Oh, God.
Faith. America's your community. That's
You
America.
mean the family you want to vaccinate?
Don't understand, and that's what we need to remember. That is how we're going to rebuild this country and turn the page.
Oh, rebuild it like better? Back?
Back better?
There you go.
Triple B.
This is unbelievable.
Those who disagree with me will understand. I yield the floor.
What a bunch of cucks. Seriously. Every single person is a fucking cuck. And
Now the
not-
virtue
yeah, we're
signaling.
good. I mean, in this
They were yelling at
Mockery.
Mockery. Masks on earlier, like straight up yelling at the Congress, like put your mask on. Don't, Senator. Can you? It was the funniest shit I've ever. It was
Mr. President, it has
look
been
at-
hard at times to find the words to describe the full harm Donald Trump has inflicted on our
This is
country.
insane.
We can spend hours
Look at she's smiling. She can't even. She's cracking. I swear, yeah, it is true that politics is for like ugly people that can't get into like Hollywood.
Profound moral faith. Let me tell you a story.
About guillotines
A father from Hawaii.
in the French Revolution?
one of
Let's
my
talk about that.
story sessions in my office.
How they got tired of revolting and protesting and realized
At that
the
time,
best thing to do is cut their heads off.
today, he said, "How can I tell?"
I'm not really into heady conversation tonight.
When the president of the United States.
Just saying. You want to drag this out?
I struggled to answer his question then, and I'm not sure I could offer an adequate answer now.
They might as well do it, I guess.
Remains
But who's gonna build our?
of how we do not,
All I hear her saying is, we're your masters, you're our slaves.
as we and the world watched in horror. as
In
it
horror.
stormed
Wasn't that
You
horrific?
didn't.
It was pretty. I was hoping like there would be some like stabbings and some. I'm not saying hope. I'm just saying like if you wanted to get the theatrics going, have some blood.
Yeah.
These are the
normal
theatrics. Apparently,
when we have a
have
president
this.
who
Yeah.
lies every single day, and even in the face.
Dude, the prop department sucked. Everything sucked.
We all
mob,
know. Yep.
He really
I mean,
didn't have much to say.
I was at work. I just
Me
heard-
too.
I just
saw-
heard the news and I was like, yes.
It's not normal when in the middle of a
It's not
pandemic
normal.
that has claimed the lives of over 350,000 Americans.
Okay, can I say something about that?
Whoa.
Spell where they go 300,000 people, almost 17.9 million people die a year from heart-related disease, but they don't give a fuck about that, and we still have the McRib.
That's right.
Back to it.
Maui.
How dare you rationalize this?
We have
It's
a
just-
president.
We're LARPing.
Oh God, yes, we're up into a pandemic. It's so real. It's fucking crazy.
And
Or
it's
car accidents.
when duly elected
Car accidents are
an oath
higher than,
Right.
way higher than that.
And we don't.
Addiction, suicide, is the fourth
Addiction,
leading
yeah.
cause of death for anyone the ages of 20 to 35.
We'll see the swine. The swine are buying it. Okay, and they're going to be led to slaughter, not by us. Okay, don't take that out of context. We're not going to hurt anyone, but I'm just saying, like,
No.
so look at the metaphor. They're going to be like pushed into the pen and like this. Anyways,
You know,
Gotcha.
Agenda 2030 might be about culling the herd. Just get them into cities, cull them, and whoever's in the outskirts
Yeah,
and
let 'em-
is
let 'em
just kind of,
like make it.
you know,
That's the way I
living.
maybe see this going down like in a more peaceful manner to being like, all right, like as I don't mean ultra peaceful. I mean like though, like how the USSR or USSR, how Russia has all that like wide, vast, open, you know, all those, and dude, they just do their thing. Nobody fuck, you know what I mean? Like nobody messes with them. We've got enough land. But we're not. I don't know. We are overpopulated, but
What?
That's a myth.
you know, I
That
know.
is myth, dude. I just drove across the
In the
country.
cities, dude. I'm not talking about.
Oh, in the cities, yeah, for sure. Well, they're poorly planned.
That's what I mean. That's why I
Man,
compared us to Russia. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like it is. It is extremely poorly planned.
Probably by design. I mean, you don't expect psychopaths to do much like good or planning. I mean, they're short term, just constantly masturbating, like physically or mentally. It's just.
Well, when we make a cake of light, you got to masturbate a lot.
This is true. This is true.
Okay, so all this did really was speed up the process and go shame. Okay, like there's so many different ways I have envisioned this going. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, let's say, so who's been radicalized here? Who's the extremist? So if I just happen to go to the store now and it's changed from mass to you're an extremist domestic terrorist, how do you think I'm not going to, because I'm not going to.
Wait a minute, though. Hold on. That's like walking into. I mean, like I'll just.
It seems like that's what they're taking this. Because look at the wording.
There, it's just a matter of I'm not owning any of that shit, so I don't own it because I don't. You know what I mean? Like I don't own shit, and I'm not gonna allow someone to have. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't see it. I can't see it transpiring in my neighborhood. That's just this neighborhood, though. So I don't know. In all honesty,
Are you in a middle class neighborhood? What kind of neighborhood are you in, by the way? You in the suburbs?
Yeah, kind of, but it's.
You've been Fold 5 in it?
Tell us the address.
Like I can be in the hood in 5 minutes, easy, like easy. So there you go. I don't care what that means to you means to you what it means to you. It is what it is. It's hood, white, black. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with that. It's just hood, of all colors. So yeah, I don't know. Like
no, there's a difference, man. I can go to areas up here where, you know, these people are all CEOs or this or that. They're not bad people, but they're doing the narrative, right?
they're buying it, right? Wholesale.
I don't know if they're buying it or if they're organizing it. They're doing it because they know they're the big money movers. They know what's going on. They're not dumb. They're like, okay, this is what we're doing. And then you got your middle class. Well, you know, Amazon can't own everything. If Amazon owns everything and there's no more middle class, so, and then you have your lower class, which is
to kill the middle class.
This is to kill the middle class. And when you kill the middle class, you kill the individual.
Right.
Because really, we're the only people.
Identity, right.
You kill the middle class, you kill the populist vote. The middle class are the ones who raise money for actual, local elections and on your way up to even the big ones. And I'm telling you, the masters are like, no more. We don't feel like messing with you anymore. There's gonna be a lower class and there's gonna be a master class. That's it. that's how I feel about it. I don't see how
How
people
are they
can't
gonna
see it.
how are they gonna word it? You know what I mean? For people to actually kind of swallow it, because it's like, well, I wonder
Well,
what
they're
the
wording it now.
yeah, because it's gonna word. It's like how social distancing was like a
Sounds like Yuri Bezimov to me.
injected into. Yeah, exactly. It is.
Eustace Mullins, everything that they.
Playbook. It's all playbook. We know most of it, but it's speculating on, and it's fun. It's awful. It's not fun. It's fucked up, but it's like nobody else. Not many people. They all get caught. They all get caught freaking out, defending one side or the other like jerk offs when we know it's just one big problem.
Where does
One
less crime happen?
side effect. I don't know.
Where you have concealed carry, where people know that. Where do you have more crime? And gun-free safe zones. I mean, you play the same rule to these people. It's like that's what's different about America. We're like Canada, Europe. They're living in horror right now. They're miserable. We're like the final battleground, dude.
Yeah, once this is conquered, then, or not conquered, but like once we buy into whatever the fuck garbage they're selling, it's a wrap for the rest of the world. So, but it also feels like going back to like the actual election and the shit going down. Yeah, we all know there's fuckery afoot in every election, but I'm saying especially in this one, yeah, that's admitted, I'm sure, whatever. But the point is like any chance that they would have had to bring out any like actual evidence was evaporated today and on purpose, because then
You think so?
Oh, absolutely, 100,000%. How? Because there is a shitload of evidence or whatever for people that are like, there were so many things crooked like 9/11 that will be unraveling this for another 15, 20 years minimum. This weirdness that's gone on probably from the, I don't know. I'm just taking a guess and a stab kind of at like what it could play out like, similar to, and how, but it feels like there was a lot. It seems like there's a lot of claims of crazy shit going on here, and I don't believe the numbers. I really just don't. They're like the most votes ever. I don't believe that.
Yeah, well, okay, forget the evidence to get presented. We know it because it's the people's.
Right,
We the people. We the people, not.
It's effed though. Like it's not a legitimate election anyway, and we kind of all knew that anyway. You know, it took us. We knew there's gonna be.
So what are my options now?
We don't play the game. That's the
next election. I'm just done. I mean, there is no populist vote. There is no chance.
Don't play.
It's gonna be Hunter Biden or Trump's
ignore it. It's not
son-in-law who's running for, and I'm not gonna have a choice in it. I'm not putting up with that shit.
We don't have a choice in it. Really, we have a choice.
I actually do. That's what I'm trying to say. This isn't an argument. I mean, where are you guys at? I mean, I don't care if it's a LARP today, but it is a good lesson. I mean, we could take any of these capitals if we wanted, but the best thing to probably take is your neighborhood or where you live, or you got to stand your ground.
Who's at the door? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I haven't got there yet. When I get there,
oh, you're jumping. Okay, I see where you're going.
You better get out of my fucking way.
Yeah, I mean, no, I feel you on that.
There is no. They've left me with no option.
I don't think it's gonna happen like that.
I don't either.
I'm not saying it is either, because that's the reason why it wouldn't happen. Because these people are psychopaths. They don't negotiate, but they are little risk people. If it means that they could get hurt, they're not going to do it. Mm-hmm. They can go to Europe or something. Well, let's forget about America. Let's just make it miserable for them. But they're not going to take a complete communist takeover of our nation if it means they're going to get shot.
Absolutely right. Okay. I think that they're opportunists. So they're gonna they're not gonna fight us head on at all.
This should be the language we have. It's like this. I mean, it's okay. It's not like.
Sorry.
I don't care what agency's listening to me right now. It's within my constitutional rights. If this government gets tyrannical, we overthrow it. It's not it. And the language they're using is, I'm just stunned. You turn on NPR, it's so insane.
Yeah.
It's communitarianism. Insane.
That's what it's called to. That's
Can you want to go over that? Because I've heard of the concept, but I never heard it related in the term.
Basically, it's like putting the community above all else. So
The community
they
first. It's like a
yeah, like I guess they would make a national holiday in a South American country for the goddess of the river, and then they would hire, or they would sell the rights to protect the river to a corporate entity that has a factory there, and they would be the custodians of the river, but the whole town would be
self-policing.
Assets of the factory.
Yep.
It'd be like a corporate. It's like
it's really
it's like where they take actual law, and it's like all the governors saying like you can't go anywhere in your state. That is not a law. It is not by any legal reason they said it. They just said it, and now we're being like community. The community is forcing us to comply by glaring at us, by whatever the fucking leverage is they have, walking around talking about arresting people, or it's communitarianism is what's best for the community, and the community
for the greater good. For the greater good. Yeah, gotcha.
That is, yeah.
It's led by corporate entities.
Oh yeah, no, the corporations have really made a move on wokeness and being like, oh, fair and inclusive, all this nonsense.
Yeah, we're in on this too, guys.
Yeah, and I can't believe I think one of the big reasons why this became a thing, and probably it's easier to I'm not going to say it's easier to dupe the youth, but it appears to me because I'm old, but they don't actually have a counterculture anymore. It's like TikTok. There's not. So like, in our growing ups with countercultures, whatever it be, because there was many, you would always have like a repulsion of authority and just like a slight eye, like, hey man, are you over 30? That kind of thing. It's not, it just doesn't seem like it's there.
Exactly. That's a valid point.
Right? It's because the new culture is counterculture. The new culture is to have everybody hate our culture and want to get rid of it. Counterculture is the culture.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
The collective mind. That's
inverted.
The collective mind.
Well, here's the other thing too. They made everyone hate America, which is like the most inclusive and open society of the world. Most countries are just their race they are. Yet, we're the big monsters, even though we're like they're the most racist, even though we have the biggest pool of like every immigrant you can think of, like it's here. And like I just obviously everyone here knows it's a spell to like go, everything's so racist. There is racist, but they're not. Dude, China's probably way more racist. If we walked around in China to be like, hey, you fucking white piece of shit, whatever.
Going to China black once to see what happens.
Yeah, like if we were black in China, we'd be fucked. They would not, or the Uyghurs, which I think is hilarious because but the Uyghurs,
yeah,
they don't like them there. I mean, I'm trying to make this anti-Chinese thing. Don't get me wrong. Chinese Americans are fine and all that. They get it. They're based. I'm just saying, like anywhere else in the world, India, whatever it be, it doesn't. They're inclusive on their, like they're not racist because you know what I mean. Like it's a very strange spell that people somehow, like us being the most open society and having the most open things, now we're just big fucking monsters. Because obviously it's just to put it out there to destroy us. Because like I think like you guys were saying that we're the last hill before like globalism and all that shit takes over. We're the last stronghold.
It's already taken over. It's not even.
Well, it's in the gates,
and
it's in the gates.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's not.
We still have. We're still.
I don't know.
Still here a little bit.
We're in the beginning stages where it's like it's a Stockholm syndrome. It's probably like the 5 stages of grief, and by the time the society actually wakes up as a whole, it's way too late. So it's a matter of.
I don't know if I'm
not going there yet, dude.
I'm saying I don't know what else. There's too many sign.
That structure's set up so you don't get there, and a lot of people are aware of it.
Valid point. Thank you. That's good.
I mean, you got to be careful because listen, again, like we're talking about communitarianism and stuff. It's corporatism. Like again, go back to what's Jeff Bezos up to? I mean, now he's got more money than ever. He's
probably smashing his dick with a hammer right now.
Yeah, what's left?
Trying to feel something, right?
You get off. Like how
this This dude is spending all the money he can to move this government in the direction that he wants, if not an organization he's part of. Like, because people have taken a look at this guy. Where'd he come from? Who is he? There's no way, right?
He's just a front. I think a lot of
He's
these.
just a front, right?
I think there are a lot of I think Bill Gates, all of them, they're kind of just fronts. They're the paper trail.
They're the scapegoats, yeah.
But they are
They're
domestic
rich
terrorists.
kids.
Tell me
They're
they're not a
elite
domestic terrorist.
kids.
Yeah,
You cannot terrify people and cause them fear at the threat of death or harm if they don't do what you're telling them to do. Vaccines, masks, lockdowns and stuff. That is per Patriot Act domestic terrorism. That's what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Violated on both sides.
Yeah, and right now they're trying to break the Constitution, what's left of it, because like it was kind of in suspension, like habeas corpus and all that.
Yeah.
We're in like that law of water territory, so like the law of the land's been not here.
Yeah, we're not water.
USA Inc. They're operating as USA Inc.
Right.
Yeah.
A banana republic.
Yeah, it's the dark trinity probably. So there's another state that we don't even know about yet that we haven't experienced.
So they're peaking out right now. We see them a bit. They're like all these things they've been doing is like, oh, they had
to take all this downtime the last couple weeks since the election. Downtime. We've had quiet. We've had way too quiet. Where are you going? It's too quiet, right? And now this today was just enough prep time to mellow out, have Christmas, start to rile back up again, and bam, here we are. And it's.
Which way Christmas Day we had a bombing with a guy who believes in lizard people and fucking 5G, which is
throw that in there with Boston. Throw that in there with
it was BS.
Throw that in with all the others.
I believe it is. It could be.
We all could be wrong.
That it wasn't. You know.
How many Christmas days have we had in a row since the Patriot Act was in whatever of some media story pushing some weird ass narrative about somebody trying to blow something up? Way too many underwear bomber. That was Christmas Day too. Fun. Like
trying to light his C4 underwear with a match. Okay.
I'm sorry. I have people lost their lives. That's awful. I don't ever. But that's domestic terrorism. That's like actual domestic terrorism. Not today. Today was just some.
Well, that wasn't domestic terror. You mean that was them terrorizing us with a
that's what I'm saying. But
reaction solution to like take our shoes off now every time we fly somewhere?
What's the movie? Long Kiss Goodnight?
Yep.
What are you doing all this for? Oh, well, because if we don't have terrorism, we don't exist. These are factions of the government. Military industrial complex. It's gotten way out of control.
Gina Davis.
Like these people, I don't care. I don't care where you're born. I don't care what school you went to. I don't care if it's a Jesuit school. I don't care what nation you're from. We all, at the end of the day, go to bed at night and we have to fucking face God and ourselves. It's just me and God when I go to bed. I don't care. You know that these things that you're doing are evil or wicked or destructive or they don't benefit mankind. I don't care what kind of ego. I don't care if someone's told you you're the greatest person on planet Earth. That should actually make you do good things. At least tell the truth. So there really is no excuse. We can see the behavior. What is it? By the fruits of,
they think they're demigods. They're like insane. And when I say they, okay, we'll say, so what I've been like thinking about is like that we're talking about like we have like the people that are like up in the front and we see, but the ones behind them, I think these are like families that are like old ancient farmers. And I think they look like crazy. Like they don't have any electricity. They only write like letters in like encrypted and like they're like chopping people up in the like a dark cellar that's like in a castle. And they're like someone comes in, it's like, oh, Bill Gates just gives us wood that our plan is working. It's like something like that. It's like, and they're like true believers, right? And they go, and they're like trying to bring the apocalypse. They're like some like ancient like crazy Babylonian farmers or something. I don't know. But
so fake though, because it's so fake right now because at the screen I'm looking up at it says DC under curfew after rioters invade Capitol. Okay.
DC's a shithole town anyway. Screw DC. It's a district of Columbia. It's a city state. I don't care what happens there.
Right. But get this.
What about it?
Comical is the fact that we've got so we've basically got everybody voting quietly in peace. They were talking about wait till nightfall. It's gonna be hell. It's gonna be mayhem in DC. There's not one shot of anything going on outside. Everything's like I don't see anything going on outside. And also, Okay, so they got what they wanted. I honestly don't think they got what they wanted because that's pushing it full gear.
Right.
Go out and fuck shit up tonight, like for real, so we can bring the hammer down even quicker. That's
and the
like
reason for that might be they didn't gun enough people down in Capitol Hill.
There you go.
If they would have shot a bunch of unarmed people,
and
I think that would have been the breaking point. Because I heard that woman died, and I was like, it burned something righteous in my heart.
See, I didn't know what that was. I you know where I got that
Stokes the flames.
Was live in the chat room of Houston on Mark's Houstonic channel. And he said it was someone came in the chat out of nowhere and was like, George Webb said a girl got shot right next to him, and I'm like, it's George Webb, dude.
Oh God, not that guy.
I don't care what you say. I don't care what he says. Now I don't really care. Like now it's just whatever. And then it turns out Mark, he's like, I'm not gonna even say that because it's not been confirmed by anybody else, so I'm gonna leave that alone. And then all of a sudden, yep, it ends up being true.
Well, if they didn't get what they want, I mean, this is another thing. It's like, okay, they started off.
But he says he died singing the national anthem. That's my problem. That's the grift. George Webb or something. That's what I heard. Or basically making it look like she died singing the national anthem. They're going to George Floyd, whoever she was, kind of thing.
Shit.
I know. See, that's just like an even harder grift on something like this. It's disgusting. That's why all of it, dude. It's one giant. Okay, someone's gonna make how it's so sleazy, dude. It's like, all right, how can we? Let's get a fundraiser going. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it's too perfect a storm for so many vultures to come down. Like life hedge fund people that like they're just creeps. They just grift hard. We got Jordan Sather. Like these.
Well, it goes back to the dude. You if you're a real human being, you wouldn't be a vulture. You wouldn't be doing these things. You just look at people's behavior. It is pretty easy to see now. I mean, it's black and white. Look at people's behavior. It is with your actions and stuff like that. I mean, right now, it's a great time to actually probably watch what's going on Capitol Hill, because you can go, oh, that's a treasonous dog. That's a communist. That's that. I don't care. Call it LARP or whatever, but that's the person who's organizing. They're bought out.
Bannon did a lot of this. I don't care. He did, and it's like
they've made deals with whoever isn't, so that's where we're at.
I think it's going to keep going. It'll just keep going. It'll keep going. It'll be a war of attrition, and we're going to have little tiny meaningless seeming false flags that just keep going every little holiday, every little freaking thing. And it's going to be like until the alchemical process is done, and until what it is that we are distilled down into the essential workers that they want, and the essential.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Because back to Wayne McCroy's books, it's definitely the alchemy, but we have to remember we have control of our own alchemy. So
that's right.
We do.
We don't have to be in that crucible, because they tell us what they're doing the whole way. They follow fair warning, the doctrine of fair warning, if that's a thing, where, if the Pharaoh was going to kill somebody, he couldn't just walk up and kill a guy, because that would be unfair. It would be a sin. He would have to declare to that guy and to the whole world and to God, the next time I see you in the park or on the battlefield, I'm going to cut your head off, and then
exactly.
It's okay.
Fair warning.
And it's why they, in what's it called? The 42, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe.
Yes.
They're like,
I love this, man.
They're going to crush Earth, and destroy it for an intergalactic superhighway. And they're like, you can't do this. You have to tell us. And they're like, yeah, we did. We posted it in the office, over there, like
in the basement
10,000 years ago or whatever it was, and it happens all over the place. Like, why do you think we've seen all these movies come out, all with a big end game battle where somebody snaps their fingers and half the people die? It's just all over the freaking place. And it's not going to happen overnight. We're not going to all get shot in a riot.
No,
we're not all going to starve.
Where do you stand? What's your resolve? I mean, it's polarized, good and evil.
They're not going to win this battle or lose it.
I don't think so either.
10 years or 50 years, maybe. But You know, we know that's happening, and by then it'll be us and them. Like
It'll
the
be like
amount
a
of
time
people that are
machine.
woke will be equal to the amount of people that, or you know, will outnumber them. You know,
They'll be living underground, cannibalizing us as we live.
yeah, they're driving a Snowpiercer train. Or like,
Oh,
have you
God.
seen this movie? It's on Netflix, I think. It's about, there's like this table, and it like drops down to your floor, and you're in this cell with like one other person, and you're there for a month, and like they make this whole table up with all this food at the very top, and it goes down one level, and those two people have like, you know, 20 seconds to eat everything that they can, and then it goes down a level and down a level, and it goes all the way to the bottom, and people don't know how many levels it is or like what happens, but all they know is next month they're going to wake up on a different level, and they don't know where.
This is a movie on Netflix.
It's a movie. It's called like I just watched it this weekend. I saw it twice, and I was like, "Oh
They've
my
run
gosh.
out of ideas, man. This is
It,
our story writing now.
yeah, it's actually I mean, it's terrifying, but it's actually just
Play the laugh
I
track.
mean, I was totally sucked into it the whole time because like I was trying to decode it for what it's saying about, you know, society.
That's us trying to decode
I think it was a
everything.
Netflix original, I think, or it was a Prime original. I'll look.
So,
Anyway.
Belia said exactly, fair warning, can't be held responsible for what may or may not be resulting of the breaking of my barriers. I agree. Like, it's like a matter of, it's kind of like that. And where it's like, you're going to have to calm me down, whatever the hell. You're going to have to, I don't mean to sound like that. Dude, yeah.
Oh, it's called The Platform.
Oh God.
Why have I heard? When did that come out? Am I quiet now?
Yeah, it was a little quiet.
Sounds like The Cube when that came out.
It kind of is. Reminds me of that. Yeah, you'll have to.
Got there, Gregory. Oh, I don't see that.
Have to look it up.
Wait,
I'm
what?
not sure. I can share screen with this tablet.
Just have your green tips ready, boys. Just have your green tips ready, okay?
I'm scalping.
Good call.
You think I'm kidding?
No,
I've been saving this knife for a long time.
5 episodes into.
I want them to look in the mirror, be like, "Wow, there's a patch of scalp."
Raised by Wolves. I know I'm super late.
I haven't seen that one yet. I hear it's
You're the one who told
revealing.
me to watch it, dude.
Did I?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I told you to watch that. I think I told you to watch
Watch Raised by-
Utopia.
I watched
We,
you.
we all grew up in high school. We were all on the playground. We all dealt with the bully, the flunky who's fucking 2 years older than us,
Yep.
full grown with a beard, and you're in 6th grade, and you're like, "Please stop bullying me," and they don't. When do they stop bullying you?
Good question.
When you kick their fucking ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you're like
Valid.
pooping your hands and wiping on your face. That's what I did.
No, we don't.
Gets into office with an attitude.
Dude,
That's a good one.
Go crazy. That's the best way to deal conflict. If you go crazier than they're expecting, they can't mentally handle it.
So
So
it's
if you're like going to get, yeah.
we're
I would
continuing
say-
the high school talk of so when you get to prison, if you ever go to prison, just act crazy and everybody will leave you alone. Do you remember that? Do you remember talking about that?
What's that? Are you talking?
Now I'm out quiet.
Yeah, it was a little quiet. It came like in and out.
Wouldn't it be? It's like in high school, continuing the conversation, basically, where it's like, well, damn it, now I can't even remember what it was because I'm cutting out everywhere. I just lost my joke. Oh well, if you heard it.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
I don't know what that is.
Man.
Is it cutting out now? What's up? Is that too quiet?
Does this sound like a high pass filter a little bit? So
What do you mean?
like you can hear background noise a little bit, and then it cuts out.
Weird.
Weird.
Or is that just Zoom?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Try
Anybody?
unplugging and plugging back in.
All right. All right. What is that, better or no?
That sounds better.
All right.
Oh, I know what a high pass is. It's
Yeah.
when you're at a party and some people are smoking pot and they're like, "Do you want some?" And you're like, "No, I'll pass. You look high. I don't want to get high. I'll pass."
I'll
Pass.
Nice dad joke, dude.
That was a good dad joke. Wait, we don't want to dock.
It's a cool dad joke, or was it because it had like some drugs in it?
It was a cool dad joke. You are a cool dad.
Well, thanks. Yeah.
Dad.
I know the hamburgers come from when you pick a pig's nose.
That's what storks give storks on doorsteps, bro.
Did you guys I don't know if I told you, but there's this cult that's going around kidnapping girls named Rachel all over the country, and the cops won't arrest any of them. You know why? Because even though nobody likes it, even though it's not a very nice thing, cult Rachel appropriation is not a crime.
Thing. Where's the laugh track, Greg? God damn.
That's an original. I think you wrote that the other day.
You did write
I did, yeah.
Brilliant.
I was in the car.
You have a beautiful mind.
I was on the road. Thank you. You guys do too. Or else we wouldn't be able to get along here so well.
No.
I just tolerate you guys so I can get some clout. Okay, I'm trying to get some clout here.
Let them check.
I'm kidding. I love everyone here. You guys are, good. So,
well, it's a shame it's a LARP. We have to do something real here.
I know.
Love it.
And then we gotta somehow get Jim's. We gotta somehow get his Twitter back.
Remember flaming bags of dog poop on the porch? That was always good.
Oh man, that's ruthless.
So you got kicked out of Twitter, right, for flaming on Bill Gates? You're throwing hot fire, just what I hear.
Yep.
Bill Gates was one of the targets.
You couldn't take it. Like a little pussy. He's like, "Oh, how dare you?"
He doesn't like criticism. He's very sensitive to it.
Do you guys? So I'm not on Twitter, but I definitely go through the YouTube comments, and I'm always trolling. Like if I'm on Facebook and I'm not suspended, and I can actually look at the comments. Sometimes it's disheartening, but mostly I see people talk like us. They're like, "Fuck this! You people are tyrants," or they say they're close. So how is it we end up with a LARP and not like an organic?
And I don't. It's weird. There's not a lot on mine. I don't even look at Facebook anymore.
Would
should
some of
LARP
it be
them
organic?
back.
And those people just didn't go to Capitol Hill. Maybe they tried or they thought about it, but the actual organic just isn't there yet. They're like, the rally was enough, or maybe they went home and they're pumped and they're ready now. Because I know people are in their homes right now. They're like, "Fucking, I'm ready. Let's do
Which
this."
is a little excessive because I don't think nothing's coming to the door. Yeah.
We don't have a color yet. We need a color to have a revolution.
There's gotta be. Yeah.
I mean, like
red's good.
Physical color.
Like
there's always like the red revolution or the
purple revolution is what we're in.
We're
the what? The crown revolution.
The purple revolution.
Yeah. Is it the purple?
That's a royal revolution.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Robert
Phoenix is purple, isn't it?
It'll be purple because it's the alchemical marriage of the red and blue.
Yep.
And the royal colors and Prince.
That's the crown.
Jesus wore purple.
Corona. Oops.
Yep. What's going on here?
Oops.
Yeah.
Did he?
Man. And then there's another thing. So like, it's not just like us talking, but there's some really good guys popping up with some good information. They're just putting it out, dude. Like just the real, not facts, what's obvious. I listened to Forbidden News Knowledge the other day. He's got a 3-parter. It's Anatomy of COVID. This gentleman's name is, I meant to send you guys a link, but what was it?
That Chris's show?
Yeah, his guy, something Hughes. Corey Hughes, I think is his name.
Oh, I know about Corey Hughes. Yeah, he's good. I think he's a SEAL or a CIA or something, right?
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, he's
and you're just listening to him go over the information that anyone can find. It's his practical, obvious stuff. It takes us a little bit, but I mean, by the end of it, you're like, Yeah. Let's cut their heads off. What they're doing is beyond
We're on YouTube.
criminal. They treat us like slaves.
First, you got to say we're gonna bite their lollipops off the stick, and that's our hobo code for.
I like it. How many licks does it take?
Exactly, licked.
So now they're finally okay. So it's 11. It's what 11, 10,
11. So at 11:33, they're gonna decide.
We have police identify woman shot inside Capitol now. So
awesome.
See, this is just to stir it up, dude. They couldn't stir this up. I don't mean to do like that's awful. Somebody died, and I don't even want to have any commentary other than that. I don't even want to have that commentary. Obviously, the fact of the matter is though is that they're purposely waited for everything to kind of nothing's gonna jump off here tonight to release this news to you know what I'm saying. So like, it's like the effect here, so this can sink in for more trauma. You know, just keep inflicting more trauma. So now they're going to harp on this, and then they're going to create some whatever because they got to create a controversy somehow, even more so than whatever's been already generated. Let's proliferate that, whatever that spawns into. This is like going to spawn some new Tea Party bullshit. It already has. The LARP is already. It's like
why is Tea Party bullshit though?
No, I don't mean. I mean in a sense it's like an organic uprising, right? There's always that you can mark that moment kind of thing. I'm just using them.
Did it ever happen? Actually,
the
Boston Tea
the
Party.
media seemed like it. No, I'm talking about Tea Party in the 2010 election.
Yeah, that's organic. People are getting together. These are average people. They're learning their laws. They're discovering a lot of truths.
And I don't have any problem with that. More power to that. I'm saying the fact that what I'm saying. Like I'm saying people galvanized, but this one is extra false. If the galvanized extra hard LARP, and that's you're bad. So, and we can't help these people because we've tried to help them. It's like pulling like, whoa, you guys are really falling hard for this one. Like for real. And then all these people just keep going down. You're just like, dude, like, wow.
You know who John Moore is? The Army Ranger who revealed the Navy flood maps of America.
No.
He said no one knows him.
And I know about I've heard about that.
The Navy has they have a glimpse into the future.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
this is their flood maps.
I've seen those maps.
He's my neighbor.
Really?
Where I moved to, it's also where Freeman Fly lived for 9 months at an abandoned school. If you listen to that Jared Murphy interest. Yeah. So,
really?
So there's stuff going on with the 19 and the way this is unfolding. I've got a lot of faith in where I'm at, but
that's awesome.
There's a lot of people out there. They're not preppers. They're people who have been fleeing for a long time. So that final moves out. I call it the Great White Flight of 2020. Once that's complete, and you got this going on, and you're talking about galvanize. Okay, people are in the cities and people are in the outskirts. Like I kind of feel like
it's gonna
end up with like a refugee camp in my place.
Right. It feels like weird. It feels like and they've been
it's positioning
that with media for so many years now that you know what I mean. They've been jerking off to that for a long time now.
I'm sitting. We did the move this weekend, and I'm with a really amazing human being. His name's Jonathan Bacone. He's just a normal dude. He's a combat vet. He went to Philadelphia for the Mark Passio thing. Mark Passio didn't even show up.
That's what I heard.
Oh shit!
We're talking about actual warfare, and we're reading Ray McCroy's amazing book. I brought that up again. I'm sorry, it's just what I'm reading.
Oh, dude.
And he's talking about what full spectrum dominance is, and Jonathan's like, I don't think most people really grasp what it is. I'm like, well, what is it? He goes, well, it's me and all of us going into Fallujah. And that's us playing Pantera, rockets, phosphorus bombs, everything. It doesn't matter who gets killed.
Chicana.
It's full spectrum dominance. Shock and awe.
Exactly.
And guys, you can't tell me that's not going to unfold here. And he's like, he goes, I'm counting on it. I'm like, why wouldn't it go there? This is a man who knows warfare.
And he's saying it's going to go there.
I mean, talk to a vet. Talk to these people who know warfare. I mean, they see it all. It's all psychological first.
Right. So how much of the population, I wonder, has to be broken into these two camps, kind of thing, before? Because
I don't know right now, because that's what I'm saying. I still feel like there's a spirit, there's a soul.
yeah,
There's
is.
all these things that these guys do not have a connection with. And although they think there's some master alchemists, which they're not, they're just a corrupted form of it. They have a bad teaching. It's like,
Right.
it's almost like,
Yep. I know what you mean. Go ahead.
could you imagine Hillary Clinton getting taught all this psychology or this education, this occult teachings, and her teacher was an amazing person who said, no, what you do with this has consequences. If you go this direction, you're going to experience something that I couldn't even describe to you. And she went that direction. And a lot of these people did.
Yeah.
And so what happens is, and I'm speaking, obviously, but this is where this is going. And we end up with the true alchemy because we stuck to individualism. We were connected to spirit and all that stuff. It's more than just violence in that, but we're in for a real ride. If like back to this whole move, this whole year being from, New York to, I'm hanging out with these people. I'm like, who am I? Well, it has to do with that inner, truth and knowing that, but just staying on the path, like every single one of us are doing it. But again, it's time we start talking about lollipops. How many licks does it take?
Oh, I like a little lollipop. Yeah.
Junction. What's your function?
Ultimately, before we
Tap into that,
though, for real, I wonder, because I was thinking about this earlier, how can we,
lark back?
No, not yet.
Yeah, we have to, in order, we're in the crucible. To go back to my alchemy analogy, we're in the crucible, and we can't get out of the crucible. And the only way that we can stop them from changing us with their experiment, with their magic, is we change ourselves first. We distill ourselves down to our essence and our purest and best form, so that our reaction is
already
mature
made.
by the time,
exactly. It's not
by the time they try anything on us, nothing can be done. We're like gold,
Right. It's
separation, purification, reunification.
Right.
Negredo, help me out here. And then Rubio. Yeah, I love you, Jim.
I love you too.
That was beautiful. That was spot on. But
and here we are. We're trying to do a review over what's going on in Washington, D.C. Well, I guess it's just a LARP. Cool. But they fucked up.
It's good.
Yeah, they did. I think, but
it seems that way.
It's
did you guys hear about
what this is?
I saw on another YouTube channel that one of Trump's kids, I don't know if it's Junior or the other one, he retweeted some little video clip that somebody had made. And it was like, I'm not sure what movie it was from or whatever. It looked like Sopranos or something, but it was like a scene where they had pasted all the heads of like Hillary Clinton and all the conservatives, and then Trump comes in and kicks the door open, and they like all beat each other up.
Yeah.
And it was like totally just poking at this explosion thing,
this is
catalyzing it.
Yeah,
it was on purpose for sure, and they knew about it.
Yep, they let all their. This is all.
And I think it's a pre-shock to the bigger earthquake.
Yeah.
Was the French Revolution fake? Is that history
done.
not true?
That's a bunch of. That's just, you can buy that however you want to buy that.
I got pictures of Mussolini hanging with his wife with his head beaten in.
Yeah, right.
I mean, these people aren't untouchable.
Right.
They need to know that. Whether what side it is on. I mean, somewhere I don't care.
We got to find out who the weird Babylonian farmers are first, because I think they lurk in the shadows, like really shadowy. Yeah. Like we don't know who they are. Like I'm talking, like this kind of money is like they're trillionaires. They operate through trusts and stuff.
Old families, like you said. Families. They're probably coneheads too.
I think they're somewhere else, like outer space. They're in their own little world that's outside of our known.
Right, that's a possibility. So at least we know that the elite, fractions of elites traffic with spirits and things that are, not exactly good. So
benevolent brothers that are often spoken about. I don't feel so.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
But yeah. So like we gotta, I think rolling into 2021 blackjack year, we're gonna have to like arm ourselves, not only like I think physically, of course. I mean, you gotta have a. I think you guys should get when you get your stimulus checks, go get a Glock, but a box of ammo. That's probably.
Have you guys seen the printable guns?
Huh?
Printable guns.
Forget a printable gun. Get a steel-made handgun.
That's
Forget
true.
all that.
But
something that can survive outside.
Continually print more and more.
Yeah.
Things.
And that was the other.
More money for a 3D printer than with these things.
Right.
$300. You can get a for $300 you can get a
build a lower.
It's a CNC machine that'll CNC out aluminum blocks.
Yeah. Well, that was
for $220. You can get a Beretta 92S. $220.
That's true.
That's classic firearms. Army surplus. Get a Takarov.
I would love to have a Beretta, and then I would love to have like 50 plastic guns hidden all over the, one here, one there, one there. I don't know.
Can we figure out how to make gunpowder? Does anyone know how to do this? Because we're gonna have to start making ammunition, right? I mean,
you can make gunpowder.
That's why the Crazy Horse lost. They couldn't arm. They couldn't keep up ammunition. They had all the guns in the world. They didn't make ammo.
Okay, maybe we should be talking about this on YouTube. But look away.
Our ammo is right here and right here.
Exactly. The sword is the tongue.
Yep.
And it cuts both ways. That is the story.
It's true.
We were all talking about metaphors. That's all. It's all metaphor.
Mind, body, spirit.
Yep.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about 3D printers, those were a record. Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm getting an Amber Alert, you guys.
Oh shit.
Amber
again. It's like burst in there, grab him. Is
Amber.
Where's Podesta been?
I swear to God. Hey, y'all, Amber stay kidnapped.
Amber. They're stealing
White
Ambers
car,
now too.
Male, missing kid. You're like, okay. License plate number.
Goes by the name of Epstein. That's weird. Oh, Jeffrey. Up to shenanigans again. How can I pitch that TV show? Where it's like a show where
you just did. I'm in.
Kidnaps like 14-year-old girls and then like horribly abuses them, and it's like okay, that was a really dark joke. I'm sorry.
Price is Right.
That was not
Price is Right. Bad horns.
I like watching that clip when they go. And she said you had an what is it? Egg-shaped penis, and he's like,
he's like, I'm out of here. Get some fucking talk about my cock. Fuck you.
He splits. He's sitting there holding it all cool. His penis is shaped like an eggplant, is what they said.
Who's that? Harvey Weinstein?
No, it was Epstein. He had
Epstein.
I didn't look.
What's up with all these guys and their penis issues? Like
causes
Weinstein has the egg.
Micro penis.
The micro penis, yeah. And
weird
Epstein
shaped
has
dick.
the egg.
Bent dicks.
There you go. There's the
correlation.
There it is.
I heard there was some kind of thing like that where like
Bent Dick Club.
They would give you like, you could be like a mob boss, and it's like in a movie or something. Like that's let this guy rise to the top, but they knew that his biggest vice was women, and so like they micro penised him up or something, and then he had to like deal with it. And like the guys that were in charge of him, they weren't holding money over his head as much as the knowledge that he had a micro penis or whatever,
Micro penis anonymous.
Wow. That's heavy. That's heavy psychological trauma.
Yeah.
Sounds
and
awful.
he's like, some kind of like
self-inflicted. A bit.
Oh man.
You could call Frank.
I know. Well, you just call China and get a new penis.
There you go.
I need a body part.
They'll find
black market dicks.
Yeah,
black market dicks,
baby.
The black dick market.
Yeah, like no. Do you want a black dick? No. I wanted a black market dick.
No.
The black market dicks are bigger. Is what the rumor is.
Robo dicks.
Hey now. Oh. Zing. You're all kids.
Horns.
Like what? we're praising the size of the penises of.
So our conclusion for today's events is it was a LARP, huh?
Yeah, and they didn't get what they wanted because they probably wanted more shit, so they could have thrown like more drama and chaos, so they could have actually really thrown extra hot coffee all over the Trump LARP. It's just, and then our more martial law type gun, like really push.
They're playing with fire, dude. They're not going to be able to keep a narrative on this. It's going to fall apart. There's no way.
And expect in the next 2 to 3 days or however many hours the next shoe to drop, because there's a process here of.
You think so?
I'm positive, and I've already heard Donald Trump, or no, I already heard Schumer. I heard what's her name? Address
Pelosi.
Vice President Pence as president when they resumed. President multiple times, specifically. Like, I was waiting for somebody to call him vice president, and they did not. They called him Mr. President. I'm not even kidding you. They're talking about.
So it's a full-on coup now. Great.
Yeah. Well, it's been. It's just a jump.
Yeah.
Do you remember when? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, really, with 2 weeks, y'all are really still gonna like do this? But he's playing the same. I mean, he's playing right into the hand. Like, it's too stupid. Like, this is too orchestrated on both ends. It's too WWF, dude. It's not. This can't be legit. None of this.
Or we're in such a ridiculous part of the timeline where like the dream reality. You know how like dreams get really goofy.
Yep.
Reality is a dream.
It just gets crazier and crazier.
It's crazier. So it could be true at this point. That's the other thing. This could all be like real.
Right.
In an unreal way.
Yeah, this could. Yep. So
I had a dream of you the other night.
I will never.
That's Hitler.
He dreamed me as Hitler.
It was a good dream, but it was weird.
Do you like my dress? No.
Yeah, it was like the producers. Springtime for Hitler.
It just feels like. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's Lynchian.
Right.
We're in Lynchian territory.
It's like, where's the flicker and where's the power source here? Like,
so we got some David Barsky predictions. He's saying Prince is president, or Pence. So,
hey, I think this feels real.
Pence, yeah.
Things did change the last couple of days. I'm hearing Pence is trying to escape to Israel, and they're like, "No, you don't come here. You're not done doing what you're doing." I heard he was on a plane to
Israel during when this was going on. I literally, like, and yeah, it was like, well,
Pence was on a plane to Israel.
That was the
rumor earlier.
He's gonna go kick some ass and serve up some awards.
Well, first it started
matzo ball soup.
First, to start with the Hollywood dude, right? And he was like, Prince is a fucking traitor. And then there was like a Q dude who put out an article saying like that was always a coup and plan of Pence. And then there was also years ago, like I think it was like 2015, there was a guy who was on YouTube who was saying all this crazy shit about Pence was like raping him and other children when he was younger or something like that. And then like that guy got like really sick, like in a week. He looked like he got cancer and then he was dead. I don't know if anyone saw that.
No, we're not. Wow, were you?
Yeah, you
plugged in.
There's real? Like, yeah, it's like 30 videos this guy made, and then like he made one last video, and he looked like he was lost 30 pounds like in a month or whatever, and he's just like on death's door. Then he was like dead. Like that was at least.
Hey, anybody know what happened to that male prostitute that was saying that he smoked crack with Obama? That dude just died like a week after he
There's a whole bunch of Joan Rivers sure did die like a couple weeks after she said what she said.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, right.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, dude. It's just like at that level, and they're just like upper management, or even lower management. They're like district managers. Like the crazy like Lovecraftian farmers. That's the ones I want to know about, but also I don't want to know about.
We know about the Renfields, you know, and Dracula. We don't see him. We don't know who the Draculas are. You know.
Yeah.
The Lovecraftian.
Yeah, they're like, we'll bring him back the old ones. Yeah. Like, excuse me. Like, oh yeah, we opened the portal right now.
That gives me chills, dude. Back to Wayne McCoy. Yeah. I'm reading about CERN and stuff. It's like they're opening portals.
Yeah, I think some of these people are true believers. Like, you know, again, like stuff like Aquino was like talking about doing, like that stuff's kind of creepy and freaky. But like, I think there's like much weirder.
William Cooper. I'll never forget. He goes, there are those, I don't believe in Lucifer, but there are those out there who do. And you need to be aware of who those people are, because they, that's the way they're.
Well, yeah, they're like it's like a Mithraic, Promethean like worship, kind of like that they want to what's the word? I can't think of the word.
Transhumanism.
Well, it's like transhuman, but the idea is that you
transmutation,
that you
transcendence.
Yeah, like you just transcend the confent, or like the break the wheel essentially. So you're above your astrological, you know, bondage. And,
you birth your own universe.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
You're
the
funny
god.
you say that. God
yeah.
dang
And
it.
that's what
By collapsing the real universe on itself.
Yep.
Or something.
That's actually happening. I mean, there's two ways to go about that. A natural way, like through actually going to the school of life and doing it all, or cheating because you've been a bad boy and there's no end to you, but you still might have an opportunity to create your own universe or something like that. Hence, you got the AI internet kind of world that they're trying to create, you know, soul catcher technology and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeek.
Amazon Prime.
Which I feel like that might, I heard some other bring this up and I had an inkling too, is that there might be more of a metaphysics going on right now. And that just besides the LARP is that, that there's some entity or entities, but definitely like some sort of consciousness out there that's going full Thanos, and like, it might be after souls. It might be in destroying what essentially is a human being at its core, or transmuting it into something that something's, you know, I don't know. That sounds pretty wacky and probably schizophrenic, but like,
no, am I the only one who identified with the Thanos character in Avengers? I was like, he's not a bad guy.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's how they sell it too. Yeah, they kind of, I feel like
he's a farmer.
Wait a minute.
They humanize him, and you know, that's part of the propaganda to kind of make you go, yeah, there is too many of us. It is a crowded world.
We have to choose it. We have
balance.
to choose that outcome.
Yeah,
through the will. Yep.
Yeah, it's not our choice to decide who lives or dies. That's, at least that's my belief. So these people are making a huge mistake metaphysically. And I think the hammer will come at them in some way. Maybe this is some of the hammer, because I don't know. Maybe because like obviously they needed the great conjunction function to get their shit rolling, like to get the
take some static charge,
right,
to get anything going.
Yeah,
you know.
And I'm not. This is not going to be me being Q-tarded or something. But if by chance that Trump kind of put that a gear or interrupted the shit, that's why it looks all sloppy and weird.
Yep.
And they had to do everything so quickly, because maybe it was supposed to be. This was supposed to start after 2016. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah, exactly. This is not some.
Yeah, but I could be wrong. I'm just saying. This thing is about human nature and black swan events and all this stuff. It's you can go like, I read the documents and I know these things happen. You get like a pretty good picture of things, but also just for how chaos and just how unpredictable things can be, and just like what other forces could be involved. You know, doesn't always go towards the plan. So like this ridiculous LARPs that have been going on might, I don't know. Maybe they don't feel like they're going to stick, but for people who are like kind of retarded,
people that are bought in,
it's gonna might hurt a little bit.
It's gonna hurt bad, and it's gonna backfire on. It's gonna
gotta wake up sooner or later.
Yeah, it's got a Band-Aid.
It's like, hey, dude, you overslept. Oh God, it sucks when you oversleep.
Yeah.
What are you gonna choose to do when you get up, when you do wake up late? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna lay in bed and whatever and just let it go and call in work and have one of those scenarios and then feel like shit about it for the next however many hours and be an idiot? Or are you gonna get up and go, oh, I'm glad I got up and
dude, I never miss work. I might have a sock in my back pocket. I overslept, but I got there.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I mean. It's like some people, wake up late, procrastinate, whatever you want to call it. But it's like, it's a matter of just following through with whatever it is,
Speaking of spells, I mean, that's going to be they're just delaying an outcome of behavior and consequences back to the whole, like, okay, let's say the hook and the flail, like, okay, we've taught you to be a master psychologist. You understand social workings and this whole structure like no other. You've gotten the education. Now from here on out, if you abuse this gift, these are the consequences. I really truly feel like we were listening to Edward Bernays is one of them. He's definitely one of those guys that I'm talking about. We heard him. You started off a great show talking about, Crow and everybody and Jason. Excellent. We need to talk about Edward Bernays. This is results of that,
Absolutely it is.
Hey man, the Germans won World War I, but somehow they lost because of a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And these are the consequences. Like, the communists should have been dealt with a long time ago.
Maybe you should just give up.
True. It's true. All right.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna call it. But yeah, I feel like I would keep an eye out for what's up. We have a good show this weekend for you guys. It'll be fun on Saturday night. So if anything else weird goes down, that's super spellcraft. It's pretty blatant. We'll drop in again before that if we have to. And yeah, that was fun. I mean, it's awful talking about stupid shit, and especially when people are dying. I guess it's one person. That's fucking horrible.
Is Lindsay coming on this Saturday?
Yeah, we have.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna be such a joy.
Yeah, should be good. Should be awesome show.
Yeah, Lindsay from Rogueways is our guest for the weekend. So everybody, definitely
Saturday the 9th.
Yep, come hang out. It's gonna be fun. Have a good talk with her. See what she thinks of all this nonsense and what her take is, and I don't know. It's gonna be fun.
I kind of have a prediction that something just totally left field is gonna like this kind of thing that happened today. It was sort of shocking, and I feel like we're gonna take a step backwards, and as we turn around and step on a rake and get funked.
Yep.
And
guarantee
something totally that we'd never ever thought of. It won't be like the same formula as normal, but it will be something totally terrible that we could never imagine not happening. 9/11. How you're like, oh shit, why did I never think about it? Crashing a plane into a building and then doing two, but I'm not hoping that anything like that is gonna happen. I'm just kind of feel like
here come the aliens.
Or maybe we're all waiting for the aliens and it never comes, and they just never open up stores and never open up restaurants and never ever goes back.
Yeah,
that would be even worse.
I'm tired of fucking masks. Let's say that.
I
forget it every single time. Every time I get it, I forget. I'm just sick of cursing.
The fucking grooming is intense.
The one thing, yeah, it is, but still, it's not breaking. It's not breaking me. I don't. That's,
no, but it's. The problem is my big thing is dealing with people who are fucking normies who are totally out. They don't even know any semblance of and I'm not saying that we know all the realities and the layers of the onion cake. It's an onion cake. It's gross. But when you have someone who's like I watch CNN and I'm informed, it's oh my fucking god. It's just shut the fuck up, please. I'm there's 300,000 people's dead is a lot. I'm okay. All right. It's a lot.
Hey, Dr. Fauci, should my kids go to school this year?
Yeah, right. Seriously.
Tell me.
Girl, be sure to masturbate mutually with a mask on to keep us.
Oh, no.
I was fuck you, dude. Seriously. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna get aggressive. I am an Aries. I want war.
I love you, Greg. My son's an Aries.
Yes. We got conflict in our blood.
I'm a Gemini, so I got conflict in my blood too. So.
I'm a Leo. Me too. Conflict is good.
What is conflict?
What is conflict, Ellis? World War I and World War II, your two favorite subjects?
Jim?
Yes.
You gonna give your sign before we
And Vietnam War.
Ellis? He's a Gemini.
And Vietnam War.
Oh, he's a Taurus.
Vietnam was a
Taurus.
conflict.
Yeah,
It wasn't a war because Congress never declared it a war.
I know, but I'm still interested
Just-
in the history of it.
Creatures of the earth, we all are.
Yes.
I want to.
Oh, that was awesome. But that's okay. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go.
So wait, what was it again? What were you guys?
Aliens. We can't.
I mean, your signs.
Aliens.
I'm saying like I can't do. We can't do. Like we'll be here 3
Aries?
more hours.
Aries. Cover me in blood
Gotta leave.
of my enemies. That kind of Aries.
Did they use the
Leo.
Leo. Yeah, I knew
I
it.
stand before the pride of my.
Caramel sheds. You know the thing about
What?
Leos? They always have awesome hair. I'm just gonna let you know.
In the Vietnam
I wish I was a Leo, babe. No.
What are you
Is
trying
your
to-
birth? Is your birthday the 7th, Snake?
12th,
12th.
I think.
I'm a
Yeah.
7.
I'm a 7.
You're a 7 too.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You're a 7?
I'm a
Yeah,
7.
you're a 7.
June 7th. You're May 7th, right?
Oh shit.
Yep.
777, dude. Bing, 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 bing. Haha, yeah. Should have thought sound
Reno,
effect.
that's right. Hey, you wanted them Reno. Hey.
Reno, dog. It's all about luck, baby. Lady luck.
Mhm.
Knock, 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 knock. Throw those nice.
Little is-
Making
all
money.
right, all right. Diva. Okay. We gotta do. Haven't even talked about this alien stuff either, man. It's messed up because they're coming for us with Bluebeam or something like it. So have fun.
Blink 182 will save us.
Yeah, right. That was
Right.
funny, wasn't it? That was funny. That whole thing was so hilarious.
See, it's a Lynchian dream, dude. It's like, yeah, what? Blink 182 disclose
Yeah, right.
aliens with Peter Levenda. It's like, what?
Yeah, what? What kind of a what is that? Like for real? What is that? And then
Alien saviors.
and now like in the whole I listened to Ryan Bledsoe on with Jimmy Church or whatever, and it's crazy. So now I'm just waiting. I'm waiting, man, because they're coming. Like UFOs are my joint. So I mean, like that's kind of like that's too easy. Not too easy, but you know what I'm saying. Like I could
Well,
go.
they're the toys that they're gonna bring them out, and we'll see them.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they're. I mean, I guess there's also a possibility they're entities or something too.
I don't know. No, there's
As long
an-
as they're women
there
or
is.
hot.
I'm sure all of it. I'm sure there's
Nuts
an
and
aspect
bolts.
of truth.
We're
in
gonna be
all
like-
of the things that have been put forward to some degree, right?
Like Asians where their men are creepy looking, but the women are beautiful.
Hey, man. Oh, now we're canceled. Great.
Indians too. It's like, oh.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed your channel
Yep.
because there's going to be a moderator who's Indian and Asian. Well, I guess they're technically both. And he's going to be like, I'm not going to do the accent, but you know.
My son's Aries. He's trying to instruct me on the whole PC thing. I'm like, I'm just lost.
Indonesian. I'm Pacific.
Is there
I
a
don't know.
cat? Am I hearing a cat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I heard-
she's in heat.
That's your cat?
Yeah, it's horny cat.
Okay.
Cat.
Lilu. We lock her in the laundry room.
Don't do that.
Nice. From Fifth Element. Is Lilu from
Yes,
Fifth
from
Element?
Fifth Element.
Yeah. Great movie.
That's what we all need, the fifth element. This will be all fixed.
Spirit.
Black.
Yes.
Shut it down.
Tell that
Sorry,
cat,
guys. I'll mute it. I gotta go.
No, I'm saying. I'm
tell that cat to masturbate with a mask on. And it'll be fine.
Yeah.
We love her.
This is the new normal. Just whack it.
All right,
Mask.
we're out of here.
Okay.
All right, everybody have a good night, and we'll see you Saturday night if something else doesn't